If you are over 60, there is a good chance you have searched for something like this before. How to exercise when standing hurts your knees, how to stay active when your balance feels unsteady, what to do when you are afraid of falling but still want to move, how to strengthen your legs without going to the floor, and whether it is even possible to get real results sitting in a chair. These are the most searched questions among seniors today, and the answer to every single one of them is the same. Yes, you can build real strength, protect your joints, improve your balance, and stay independent without ever standing up. All you need is a sturdy chair and 7 simple movements. Today I am going to walk you through exactly those 7 exercises. Each one targets a different part of your body that quietly weakens with age: your lower legs, your calves, your thighs, your hips, your upper back, and even your hands. Stay with me until the end, because exercise number 5 is the one most seniors have never even heard of, and it is one of the most important for preventing falls. Let's get started. Before we begin, 2 quick safety notes. Use a sturdy chair without wheels. Keep both feet flat on the floor between exercises, and if you feel sharp pain at any point, stop immediately. A little muscle fatigue is normal. Pain is not. Now let's begin with exercise number 1. Exercise 1, toe raises. Sit tall in your chair with both feet flat on the floor. Keeping your heels firmly planted, slowly lift your toes as high as you comfortably can. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower back down with control. Do 12 repetitions. This simple movement targets the muscles on the front of your lower leg, specifically the tibialis anterior. Most people have never even heard of this muscle, but it plays a critical role in something you do every single day. Walking, every time you take a step, this muscle lifts your toes so your foot clears the ground. When it weakens, which happens gradually and silently with age, your toes start to drag slightly. This is one of the most common hidden causes of trips and falls in seniors. Not poor vision, not a slippery floor, a weak muscle nobody told you to train. Toe raises directly strengthen this muscle, improve your foot clearance while walking, and reduce one of the most overlooked fall risks for people over 60. Exercise 2, heel raises. Stay seated. This time keep your toes planted on the floor and lift your heels as high as comfortable. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower slowly. Do 12 repetitions. This works the opposite muscle group, your calf muscles, specifically the gastrocnemius and soleus. Your calves do far more than help you walk. They are sometimes called your second heart, because every contraction helps pump blood from your legs back up to your heart. When you sit for long periods, which most seniors do, circulation in the lower legs slows down. This contributes to swelling, that heavy, tired feeling in the legs by the end of the day, and in some cases, more serious circulation problems. Heel raises, done even while seated and watching television, activate this pump. They strengthen the calves for walking and stair climbing, and they support healthy circulation throughout your entire day. Exercise 3, seated leg raises. Sit tall with your back supported. Slowly straighten your right leg out in front of you until it is as straight as comfortable. Hold for 3 seconds. Lower with control. Do 10 repetitions, then switch to your left leg. This targets your quadriceps, the large muscles on the front of your thighs. These are arguably the single most important muscles for maintaining independence as you age. Your quadriceps are what you use every time you stand up from a chair, climb a flight of stairs, or get out of a car. Research consistently shows that quadriceps strength is one of the strongest predictors of whether a senior can continue living independently or will need assistance with daily activities. If you can only do one exercise from this entire list, physical therapists would tell you this is the one to prioritize. Strong thighs mean a body that can still do what you need it to do. Exercise 4, seated knee raises. Sit tall, hands resting lightly on your thighs or the sides of the chair. Slowly lift your right knee up toward your chest as high as comfortable. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower with control. Do 10 repetitions, then switch sides. This works your hip flexors, the muscles at the front of your hip that lift your leg with every single step you take. After 60, hip flexors weaken significantly, especially in people who sit for most of the day, and here is why that matters so much. When hip flexors are weak, you start to shuffle instead of stepping properly. Your toes barely clear the ground. This is precisely the walking pattern that leads to catching a toe on a rug, a curb, or an uneven sidewalk, one of the leading causes of falls in older adults. Knee raises rebuild exactly the strength needed to lift your leg properly and walk with a confident, full stride instead of a shuffle. Exercise 5, seated hip abduction. And here is the exercise I mentioned at the start, the one most seniors have never done and physical therapists consider essential. Sit tall toward the front of your chair, without leaning your upper body. Slowly press your right knee outward to the side, away from your left leg. Hold for 2 seconds. Return with control. Do 12 repetitions, then switch sides. This targets your hip abductors, the muscles on the outer side of your hip and thigh. These muscles have one critical job. They keep your pelvis stable and level every time you take a step. When hip abductors are weak, which is true for the vast majority of seniors, because almost no daily activity trains them, your pelvis drops slightly with every step you take on that side. This creates an unstable, swaying walk. Physical therapists call this pattern a major contributor to falls, and it is also a leading cause of chronic hip and lower back pain in older adults. This single exercise, done consistently, directly improves walking stability and is one of the most effective things you can do to protect yourself from falling. Exercise 6, seated row for upper back. Sit tall, holding both ends of a resistance band looped around your feet, or simply make a rowing motion with your arms if you don't have a band. Extend your arms forward at chest height. Pull your elbows back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Hold for 2 seconds. Release slowly. Do 12 repetitions. This strengthens the muscles between your shoulder blades, muscles that are almost universally weak in seniors because of years spent sitting with rounded shoulders. Here is why this matters beyond just looking better. When your upper back is weak, your shoulders round forward, your head juts ahead of your body, and this posture compresses your chest, making it physically harder to take a full breath. It also places chronic strain on your neck and upper back, which is why so many seniors experience persistent tension and pain in this area. Strengthening this muscle group pulls your shoulders back, opens your chest, makes breathing easier, and significantly reduces upper back and neck discomfort. Exercise 7, hand and finger exercises. For this final exercise, hold both hands out in front of you. Slowly make a tight fist, then fully spread your fingers as wide as possible. Repeat 10 times, then one hand at a time. Squeeze a soft ball or a rolled-up towel as firmly as you comfortably can. Hold for 3 seconds and release. Do 10 repetitions per hand. Grip strength might seem like a small thing, but research has identified it as one of the most powerful predictors of overall health and longevity in older adults. It is directly connected to your ability to open jars, carry grocery bags, hold onto handrails securely, and catch yourself if you begin to stumble. Hand exercises also improve circulation and flexibility in joints that are commonly affected by arthritis, helping to reduce stiffness throughout the day. So there you have it, 7 simple seated exercises: toe raises for your lower legs, heel raises for your calves and circulation, leg raises for your thighs and independence, knee raises for your hip flexors and walking stride, hip abduction for stability and fall prevention, seated rows for your upper back and posture, and hand exercises for grip strength and daily function. You do not need to stand. You do not need to get on the floor. You do not need any equipment beyond the chair you are sitting in right now. Just 10 to 12 repetitions of each movement 3 to 5 times a week, and you are directly addressing the exact muscle weaknesses that lead to falls, pain, and lost independence as we age. If this video helped you, please share it with someone over 60 who has been afraid that standing exercises were their only option. and subscribe for honest, practical health information every single week. As always, please consult your physician before beginning any new exercise routine, especially if you have a chronic health condition or recent injury. I will see you in the next one.